that's why
No.
I'm kind of I'm reserved in my approach to this season, but I don't know what's stopping Miami from being like Michigan State, just jumping on the scene. Because, and I'm not saying that Coach Cristobal is Urban Meyer, but I'm just giving an example of a first year head coach coming in and being that big of a change. First year 12 and 0. Not
Yeah.
saying again that we will do that. I'm just saying what sometimes when the right coach goes to the right job that creates the right culture, boom. And sometimes it explodes. Sometimes it takes till year two, like a Coach Saban and a Coach Tucker. But there are examples in the history of a first year head coach and Larry Coker to a lesser extent. But there are times of a first year head coach coming in and things just firing on all cylinders and the stick blows.
One quick note about Meyer versus Cristobal, but before I say that, Daniel, unfortunately, 2011 did happen for Ohio State history. Nobody on the Ohio State side wants to take on 6 and 7, but it happened. Now, the one understand that you lose your 5 best offensive players like 3 months before the season started. So Terrell Pryor, Boom Herron, who had a pretty long NFL career at running back, Ohio State's best running back, Devere Posey, best wide receiver, best offensive lineman, Mike. They lost 5 of their best players, including Terrell Pryor, quarterback, like 3 months before this. That's when Tattoo Gate hit. They all got suspended for the year. So they were a lot better than 6 and 6 if they would have had the full complement. They lost
Right.
all their Big Ten games by 1 score. But back to Miami, because we're here to talk about Miami, and you bring up Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer, much like Mario Cristobal, that's a job that he always wanted. He's an Ohio guy, always wanted to come back, make Ohio State what it was supposed to be, all those things. Mario Cristobal, I see the same thing in regards to this is where I want to be. And there's just something a little different about that. All these guys take big head coaching jobs, and of course they want to succeed and they pour their heart and soul into it and work a zillion hours a day and all that. But there's something just a little bit different about I'm home and this is my school and I want to be here and
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing it for just that. There's just something that can't, it's just a feel, a vibe. It can't be explained.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, I'm not because somebody's gonna crop this and say, Holsum said we're going to the Natty. If we go to the Natty and we run up into Georgia, Bama, and they shellac us, I'll take my lickings with pride.
Mhm.
Okay, just like all the Michigan people who were super excited about making it to the playoffs and they got destroyed by Georgia and blown off the ball, they could lick their wounds with a smile on their face because they won the Big Ten, beat Ohio State, and went to the playoffs under a guy who they expected to do this years prior to, and arguably should have in 2016 because somebody was short. And they got along. But anyhow, I'm excited about what Coach Cristobal has to offer. I think there is still a front door that we have to get done roster wise and be able to revamp things. But I'm excited because there's something about people going to their alma mater. Like, I want Scott Frost to succeed so bad, dog, because he bleeds that red like everyone else. But once oxygen mixes with it, so it's blue on the inside. If you guys don't know biology, anyway, he bleeds that red and white. Okay, and I want him to succeed so bad because I know what it must feel like to have worn those colors and to have done it at a very high level and to go back and have built your resume up enough to have earned this job. And in some aspects, there is Urban Meyer, who's successful. There's also the old head ball coach, Steve Spurrier, who was successful also going back to his alma mater. But then there are some examples, like a Scott Frost, like a Randy Shannon, where things aren't too successful when you go back to your alma mater, and maybe the pressure is a little bit too much. I don't worry about that with Coach Cristobal. He got nice broad shoulders. He's 6'4". He can handle the pressure of being the Miami Hurricanes head coach because he isn't externally motivated. He wants to win because they're going to put the work in to win. not because some magazine tells him he shouldn't win because he's at Miami.